On the night of February 1st, 1959, 9 experienced hikers made camp on a remote mountain slope in the Soviet Union. They were never seen alive again. This is Case 0. The Ural Mountains in western Russia are brutal in winter. Temperatures drop to -40. Blizzards appear without warning. The terrain is unforgiving and vast. In January 1959, a group of 9 students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on a skiing expedition through the mountains. They were not beginners. Every single one of them was an experienced hiker and skier. Their leader, 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, had completed dozens of expeditions before this one. They were supposed to reach their destination by February 12th. Nobody came. When the group failed to return, a search party was sent into the mountains. What they found on February 26th would baffle investigators, scientists, and researchers for decades to come. The tent was discovered on the slope of a mountain the local Mansi people called the Dead Mountain. It had been cut open from the inside. All 9 hikers had fled into the freezing night in nothing but their underwear and socks. No boots, no coats, no equipment. The temperature outside was -30 degrees. Whatever they ran from, they ran so fast they left everything behind. The bodies were found in stages over the following weeks. The first 5 were discovered in the snow not far from the tent. They had died of hypothermia, but the details surrounding their deaths made no sense. One hiker's hands were torn and bleeding, as if he had been desperately clawing at something in the dark. Another was found with her eyes open, frozen in an expression of pure terror. But it was the final 4 that would shock the world. Their bodies were found months later, buried under 4 meters of snow in a ravine, and what the medical examiners found during the autopsies has never been explained. One hiker had a fractured skull, but no external wounds, no cuts, no bruises, no signs of a blow to the head. The fracture was internal. Another had broken ribs on both sides of her chest. The kind of force required to cause that damage has been compared to a car crash. And one of the women, her tongue was missing. Not removed, not cut, gone. The Soviet government classified the investigation. The official verdict: death by an unknown compelling force. That was the entire explanation. Unknown compelling force. Theories have circled this case for over 60 years. An avalanche, a military weapons test gone wrong, infrasound from the mountains causing mass panic, a confrontation with the indigenous Mansi people. Something encountered in the dark that science has never been able to name. In 2019, the Russian government reopened the investigation. After months of analysis, they announced their conclusion: an avalanche. Nobody believed them. Because an avalanche does not explain a missing tongue, an avalanche does not explain a fractured skull with no external wounds, and an avalanche does not explain why 9 experienced hikers, people who had survived dozens of expeditions in conditions just like these, ran out of their tent in the middle of the night in their underwear and never looked back. The mountain is still there. The case is still open. And whatever was on that slope on the night of February 1st, 1959, has never been found. Subscribe to Case 0. A new case opens every week.